Hi. I thought today I would share some of my what happens when it rains. Last night, overnight, I got 1.15 inches of rain, and this afternoon I got another half an inch. And basically, there's not a lot of soil here, and I got a ton of rock. This place is, you can't believe how much rock there is here. People have actually, depending on the kind of rock they have on their property, if it's really pretty rock, people have made money selling rock. But rock has a negative aspect in that water can't drain. And because that direction over there is my driveway, and that's higher elevation, and that's facing the north, and over there is facing east, and that's higher elevation. So all the water goes the other direction towards the south and the the west. And so I get a lot of water. There's actually a stream bed almost when it rains, and it goes under my house, and it just turns into a lake. And the ducks and the geese absolutely love it. They turn this place, they will spend hours bathing and literally swimming under the house. It's comical, except that it's under the house, and I don't really, at least I'm in a mobile home and it's elevated. It'd be horrible if this was a slab, concrete slab, because then you'd get a lot of water damage in the house. So that's something to think about when you buy virgin land and you go to build your house, is you want to see how the water is flowing. Because it doesn't take much to turn a beautiful spot into a swamp. Sometimes, if you have the luxury, I would wait a whole year before you even decide where you're going to put your house. Maybe make a tentative decision and then watch the terrain to see what happens. When I was in college, I saw property that nice and dry in the summer, but a swamp every winter. And this was in California. And I don't know if you can see, it's just under my house, it's an absolute swamp there. Just, it's, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's like a pond or a lake. And so, and as you can see, this is sheets of rock, so this area right here, it evaporates. There's absolutely no way, it's solid rock. It cannot seep into the ground in the water table. It will just sit there until it evaporates. And when I first started building, I got my first goat by accident. Well, it was God, but she just showed up. And I believe she was dumped out here. Her name's Lawnmower. She's a Bordeaux, and she's in my other paddock, but it made logical sense to me at the time just to build this paddock next to the vegetable garden. Well, as we were putting in the fence, I started paying more attention to the landscape, and as you can see, my poor Sarah, she just turns from a white dog to a black dog every time it rains. And goats, they waste a lot of hay, and so I've used that to add more fertility to the ground. More, the hay will, as you can see over here, as they're eating the hay, it just falls onto the ground. And over time, it has helped produce more soil and elevate this property, because I don't know if you can see over there, but it's just flooded. And this is nothing compared to what it was like at the beginning. You can see by the shelter, it's just tons and tons of water. Well, all this area used to just be completely under several inches of water every time it rained. This whole area. But over the years, I just keep moving the hay feeders, so when they drop the hay, it makes more soil. And that hay feeder over there, that used to just be completely flooded. This whole area over back here would just be a lake. And I've just kept adding rocks and dirt rocks so the goats had something to step on, and then the hay and stuff to add more dirt, and it's really helped. It's not flooding like it used to. Get even more rain, you know, get a good 2-3 inches and it will flood. But it used to be like this bad here all over. I mean, 2 to 3 inches of rain everywhere. And you know, the goats hate it. They don't like their feet getting wet. But even if you look where I'm walking now, you know, it's just it's mud. It's just a swamp. And it'll only, in a few days, if we don't get any more rain in a few days, it will be completely dry. But right now it's just a swamp. And it's just, I mean, that's normal. Because, you know, you just go, I'm not joking. Some areas I get 4 or 5 inches, but there's other areas where it's literally, the rock is on, there is no soil over the rock. And it's just mud and water and swampland. You can see over here all this water just sitting there, and that's even after working diligently for quite a few years now. I've been here since 2010, doing things to increase the height of the land to make more soil, because you know, it's just, you know, part of it is keep the goats' feet out of the water, and you know, make it better for them, and part, you know, because I want to grow things, or just, you know, there's a variety of reasons. But it's just, you know, this is part of life. It just turns into a swamp, and I just do what I can. I've even made attempts to improve the driveway by putting rocks. As I'm going to walk down here and show you some other areas. This first part of my driveway is absolutely nothing. It's not, I mean, it's very bumpy to walk on, but you know, it doesn't flood. But when I go around the corner, it gets really bad in places where the entire driveway is underwater. And that's just, you know, my reality. Because as you can see, it's pretty rocky here. This is caliche that was put down. They really put down a lot of caliche over here. And it's just, that's what roads are made out of. The dirt roads here are made out of. But as you can see, here's a pothole that filled up with water. And this whole area here, I mean, I only got what 1.65 inches, and I call this my pond or lake. It's totally filled. That's just a solid sheet of rock. So it's not like, I mean, that will have to evaporate, or they'll actually, I know the deer and stuff come out here to drink, and we've gotten enough rain that this has just turned into a swamp. If I get any more rain, this whole entire field will just be swampy. The entire thing will be underwater. And it will, you know, parts of it will drain and parts of it will just evaporate. And that's just the terrain here. When you have very rocky soil, it doesn't take much rain to create a swamp, and it just doesn't go away fast. But once it does go away, once the rain stops and it either gets absorbed into the dirt or evaporates from the hot sun, it's gone. And so you get dried real fast. Over here is an area where I burned some brush, and it's just turned into a big swamp. Not a lot of soil, so a lot of things haven't been growing here, but you got all this, you know, this water. And so I wear, you know, when it's rain like this, I wear muck boots a lot, because I'm gonna get muddy. I'm wearing rain pants right now that I got at the thrift store because I'm gonna get muddy. I'm gonna get wet. So I just thought I'd show you how quickly it can turn from extremely dry land to just a swampland. And it's kind of pretty somewhere. You know, all these flowers and stuff are growing. And it's, you know, pretty landscape, but it's tough. Oh, and here's the cat, Tiger. Yeah, Tiger likes to be petted. She's my barn cat. And since getting her, I used to have her sister, but had to put her sister down after a blood clot paralyzed her. But I no longer have mice in the house thanks to the barn cats, which is why I got them in the first place. But I got them real used to me, so like, you know, Tiger likes to be petted and stuff. But so I just wanted to show you some of my swampy land and what a little bit of rain can do to it. If I don't have any more rain, it will be muddy tomorrow, but a lot of the swamp will be gone, except that the lake will be down, but there'll still be water in it. But all the swampiness, if it's sunny tomorrow and hot, with probably, see, today's a Sunday, so that'll be on Tuesday, it'll be gone if I don't get any more rain. Not sure if I'm going to get more. It's really hit and miss here. You just never know. So I just thought I would show you that, and you have a nice day. And if you like what you see and you want to keep track of what's going on here at the homestead and what I'm doing, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, and so you can keep watching the more videos as I put them out. You have a nice day. Bye-bye.